And what was expected to be a pretty close race with a lot of candidates in there to get the party's nod to run for governor turned out to be a decisive win that wasn't even close. Closer to a landslide. Fox 55's Drew Fry standing by now with a reaction from the Allen County Republicans who are now turning their focus toward November. Drew?
Yeah, Allen County Republicans say Mike Braun is a proven conservative, one with a business background and a strong track record in the U.S. Senate. So they're excited to see Braun moving on to the general election. That said, he did enter a crowded field, which included Lieutenant Governor Suzanne Crouch and businessmen like Brad Chambers and Eric Doden. Eric Doden, with Fort Wayne ties himself, spent some time this afternoon in the Allen County Republican Party headquarters, although he ended up leaving before those announcements were made. Now, Braun, for his part, he spent most of his evening down near Indianapolis, and that's where party leaders say they expect he'll be setting up shop pretty soon. In the end, that race wasn't super competitive for very long. The current U.S. Senator will hope for more of the same as he heads into November, and that's a role that hasn't actually swung Democrat in nearly 20 years, so party leaders are pretty confident in Braun's chances.
I hope that he brings that expertise, that conservatism to the governor's office. It's going to be interesting. We've had a great run with Eric Holcomb, and I think that the people of Indiana expect excellence, and I think Mike Braun is certainly capable of bringing that to the governor's race.
Now, Braun is vacating his Senate role, which is being pursued by Jim Banks, and that leaves Banks' congressional seat open here in Northeast Indiana. That race coming down to the wire, but it's Marlin Stutzman leading that packed field of congressional hopefuls. And we got the chance to talk with Steve Shine about Stutzman as well, as the former congressman is seeking a return to Washington, D.C.
He still has friends and associates that serve in Congress and that know what his abilities are, and therefore I think that he will be elevated to powerful status immediately upon being sworn in next January.
And Stutzman is coming out on top of a field which included local businessman Tim Smith, Judge Wendy Davis, and State Senator Andy Zay. Zay has already sent Fox 55 a concession message in which he says that his full support is behind Marlin Stutzman. Now, as for the overall night from a party standpoint as a whole, the energy was high. There was one downside, as Allen County Republicans say. They were a bit disappointed in the overall voter turnout, but they were still confident in their abilities come November and the turnout that they saw from a Republican standpoint. And so they say their hopes are certainly high, and the bar is raised very high for Allen County Republicans come the general election. Of course, Fox 55 will be there throughout this entire process, so stick with us. In the meantime, we'll send it back in the studio for more of an analysis on these races. Live in downtown Fort Wayne at the Allen County Republicans headquarters, I'm Drew Fry with Fox 55 News.